Welcome back to Your Safe Place. We are so grateful for all the love you've shown us. Without your support, Your Safe Place would not be able to provide a platform to help everyone learn psychology and mental health in an approachable way. So thank you for being here. And let's get started. Intelligence isn't something that's limited to a number on a paper or a grade on a report card. It's something that goes beyond that, something that can be seen in our actions and how we live our lives. Being smart isn't just about being book smart, but also having a sharp wit, being able to think on your feet, and having an eye for detail. It's being able to think critically, solve problems, and make sound decisions. It's having the insight to see the big picture while also being able to take care of the small details. It's having the confidence to take risks and the courage to stand up for what you believe in. Intelligence isn't just about knowing facts and having knowledge, but also about being able to apply that knowledge to the real world. So, when you think of someone smart, don't just think of the nerdy kid with glasses and a book in hand. Think of someone who is wise beyond their years, who is able to take on the world with their intelligence and insight. Are you wondering if you could be the next Einstein? Or if you have the potential to outsmart the smartest people in the room? Here are some signs that you may have higher intelligence than you realize. An inquisitive nature, the ability to think quickly, and an instinct to challenge the status quo are all signs of a secretly intelligent person. If you possess any of these qualities, you may have the capacity to unlock your true potential and become a genius. They say laughter is the best medicine, and it turns out that a great sense of humor could be an indicator of higher intelligence. Studies have shown that people with a strong sense of humor have the ability to think quickly and come up with clever solutions. Not only that, but people who can make others laugh can be more persuasive and even more successful in the workplace. So if you have the knack for cracking a joke, you can take pride in knowing that you're more than just funny, you're smart too. It seems that having an appreciation for dark humor may be a sign of genius. According to recent research, those who enjoy a good joke, particularly those with a taste for the macabre, are likely to have higher IQs. Not only that, but it appears that a good sense of humor can be linked to other skills, such as self-expression, problem-solving, and the ability to use both verbal and nonverbal communication. So, if you consider yourself a fan of the offbeat, you may have more brain power than you think. What if I say you have a superpower? You have the ability to understand and relate to the emotions of others. Not only does this make you a wonderful friend, but it's also linked to higher levels of intelligence. Being able to recognize the feelings of joy, frustration, sorrow, or any other emotion that someone else is feeling is a skill not many can claim to have. You should be proud of yourself for having such an amazing gift. Having empathy is an essential quality that sets us apart from those who lack intelligence. It's the ability to recognize, understand, and share the feelings of another person. Being able to show empathy helps us build better relationships with those around us. It's a sign of emotional intelligence, which is a strong indication of maturity and understanding. Not only does it show that you are sensitive to the feelings of others, but it also shows that you are able to put yourself in their shoes. People with lower levels of intelligence may not be able to recognize or show concern for the feelings of others, but those with greater empathy are able to do so. Showing empathy is a powerful way to show that you are understanding and considerate of others. As a night owl, you know that you have a different lifestyle than most. You relish in the quiet of the night when the rest of the world is asleep and you can be alone with your thoughts. Even though the rest of the world may think differently, you know that you are just as productive, energetic, and motivated as those who wake up early. You make the most of your late nights and you don't let anyone else's opinion bring you down. After all, you know you are just as capable of achieving your goals as anyone else. Are you a night owl who loves to stay up late? You might be smarter than you think. According to recent research, people who prefer to stay up late and sleep during the day are more likely to be intelligent. So if you're a night owl, don't let anyone tell you that you're lazy. It could just be a sign of your superior intellect. The results of a groundbreaking study have made a surprising discovery. It turns out that intelligence levels have an effect on the way people structure their days, regardless of the day of the week. The study showed that those who are more intelligent tend to go to bed later and wake up later than those with lower intelligence, regardless of whether it's a weekday or a weekend. This indicates that intelligence might influence more than just our academic performance. It could also be a factor in how we manage our daily routines. Let's move on. You take a deep breath and let it out. You know you can handle it. You've been preparing for this moment for days, or maybe even weeks. You've gone over every detail in your head, from what to wear to what to say and how to act. You know that if you're going to make a good impression, you'll have to be on your A game. You take a few calming breaths and remind yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way. You know that the extra care and attention you put into the small details really pays off. You've come to realize that that constant feeling of anxiety isn't always a bad thing. It makes you more aware and helps you to appreciate the importance of the small details. So, you push off the worries and take a step forward. You're ready to take on whatever comes your way. A recent study revealed some intriguing insights into worrying. The study, which surveyed 126 undergraduates, found that those who identify as frequent worriers tended to be more verbally intelligent than their peers. What this suggests is that worrying can be a sign of a person's capacity for higher-level thinking. The ability to process, analyze, read, and write at a more advanced level had a huge impact on them. With this newfound knowledge, they were able to explore new possibilities and gain a better understanding of the world around them. It was a major step forward in their development, and they were able to explore a range of new opportunities and experiences that would have otherwise been unavailable to them. How about love? Searching for love can be a daunting task, but it doesn't have to be. Though it may not be as simple as it is in the movies, it's not impossible. You just have to have faith that the right person is out there for you and be willing to put in a little extra effort. Take the time to get to know people and don't be afraid to make the first move. With determination and a positive attitude, there's no telling what you can find. If you want to find the right partner, don't be influenced by the advice of family and friends to lower your standards. It's a sign of wisdom to keep your standards high so that you can find someone who truly deserves your love and affection. Don't be afraid to be selective and look for the qualities you want in a partner. You'll be able to find a relationship that is right for you if you don't compromise on your standards. We all know how important it is to know what we want in a partner. But did you know that it's a sign of above-average intelligence? It's true. Intelligent people tend to be more independent and introverted, which can often lead to tension in relationships. If your partner is more of an extrovert who desires more companionship and attention, your independent nature might leave them feeling neglected and cause a rift between the two of you. It's important to keep this in mind if you want to keep your relationship healthy and strong. You just woke up after a long night and the sun is peeking through your blinds. You open your eyes, take a deep breath, and dread the thought of getting out of bed. The sheets are tangled, clothes are scattered throughout the room, and your desk is cluttered with notebooks and textbooks. You know you should make your bed, but you just don't feel like it. Then you remember a study. The study asked participants to come up with new ways to use ping pong balls. While some participants were placed in tidy rooms, others were placed in messy rooms. Surprisingly, the participants in the messy room had more interesting and inventive ideas than the participants in the tidy room. Maybe messiness isn't such a bad thing after all. You take a deep breath, smile, and decide to leave your bed the way it is. Now it's time to get to work and see what creative ideas you can come up with. If you're like many of us, you may feel that you work best in a cluttered space. But don't let the mess fool you. Don't be afraid to let your desk get a little disorganized. It may just help unlock your next big idea. You're often able to come up with creative solutions to complex problems, and you don't shy away from challenging tasks. When it comes to managing your time, you often rely on your intuition and gut feeling. You don't get bogged down in tedious details and instead focus on the big picture. You move at your own pace, and you're not afraid to experiment and take risks. Your creative, imaginative mind has enabled you to become a master procrastinator. Instead of worrying about not finishing tasks on time, you take the time to explore options and possibilities. You embrace the challenge of coming up with creative solutions, and you're never afraid of failure. Procrastination may be a sign of a creative, imaginative mind, but it also serves as an indication of your confidence and self-belief in your own abilities. Watch your lingo. Swearing can get a bad rap, but it isn't always as bad as it seems. Sure, you shouldn't be using profanity in front of your mom or during a lecture, but it can actually be used to express strong emotions and be a sign of a larger vocabulary. So while you may want to think twice before you let a curse word slip out, it might not be as bad as it appears. Here is a study which made an intriguing discovery. When participants were asked to name as many words as possible starting with a certain letter within a minute, the same people were able to name the most swear words in the same short amount of time. The findings suggest a correlation between fluency in speaking and the use of profanity. And this is the most interesting part. You find yourself feeling envious as you scroll through your social media feed. You're bombarded with images of people achieving amazing successes, and you can't help but compare yourself to them. You start to question if you're smart enough or have done enough with your life. You can feel the doubt creeping in. But the truth is, intelligence is not competition. Everyone has different strengths and weaknesses, and you can't let the success of others define your own. Instead, focus on what you have achieved and all the incredible things you have done. Celebrate your accomplishments and all the progress you've made. Remind yourself that intelligence is not a measure of worth and that you have something unique to offer. So don't be discouraged if you don't think you're as smart as everyone else around you. Instead, take a step back and appreciate the gifts and talents you already possess. Then use those abilities to your advantage and never stop striving for growth and expansion. Do you have something special that sets you apart? Whether it's an innate ability or a hidden talent, these are the signs of secret intelligence. Take a moment to reflect on whether any of these traits apply to you and share your story in the comments below. Show your support for others with a like and share this video so that everyone can benefit from these signs of intelligence. Intelligence can indeed be a great gift, but it is not without its downsides. Do you often feel misunderstood and isolated due to your high intelligence? You're not alone. Click now to join the conversation about the struggles of being highly intelligent. Click now and start your journey towards self-discovery and fulfillment.